Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Bravo. We're Black. I am here with my girl Anna, and listen, the last time she was on my podcast, I believe it was the eve before the bomb dropped. And I even think that we were going back and forth. We're like, no, they did, they didn't, they did, they didn't, they did it. We were just like, for the sake of girlhood, there is no way that they did this shit. The next day, boom.
We two idiots. We look like two idiots, right?
We were just like clown face, noses. And then I was just like, ain't no fucking what. Then I came on your podcast, Glossip Girls. We had the English episode and we literally just talked about it all because that was so crazy. Because we literally were like, we have to reconvene if this is true, and we reconvened. And I was also telling people, like, anyone who would let me on your podcast, please let me on because I have to talk about it. Like, I have to talk about this shit. Like, it's bothering me. I felt so like I look like a clown. I look like a fool. We just talked for a whole hour. I'm like,
no, it was 2 hours, Kaya.
yeah,
2 hours of
you couldn't even write the shit that was happening, that was coming out, that they did. And then they did even more after that. So I'm like, and then now we have Southern Hospitality, which people are like, you need to talk more about Southern Hospitality. Do 40 days and 40 nights on Emmy. Emmy is not worth 40 days.
she ain't got the clout. She ain't got the power. She doesn't deserve it.
No way. Because she's also like, I just don't like this bitch. Like, I didn't like this bitch, never liked her. She was never a friend. But I also, like, I haven't let her off the leash either. Like, every time I see her, I'm just like, whack, whack. Me and Raven, we talk about Southern Hospitality every single week, and there is not a time that she doesn't get whacked. It's just that I am not doing 40 days and 40 nights because she wasn't on TV being best friends with someone and then sleeping with their man and then go out to the club after, and like, no. Emmy gets whacked. We are team Brad over here, over there, everywhere. And yeah, like, we're still talking about it. And so much so that I had to get Anna here because not only do we want to talk a little bit more about Southern Hospitality, yes, go listen to Raven on Bitches Better. She had it this week because we share custody, we go back and forth. But it wouldn't be right to not have you talk about the trip. The cast trip was famously to the DR. And
My
you're like,
people, mi gente latino.
hey, okay, so, okay. I need to know before, let's just get this out of the way. I got dragged because
By
I
the way, people, I'm Dominican. That's why I am here, because I'm an official Dominican. I'll show you my passport. Okay? Que lo que? They know.
period. Okay, because Bravo We're Black is literally not just about Black people, it's mainly about Black people. I will say that. But it's for all of the communities, all of the minority communities, that Black, brown, Asian, gay, like anyone who is a minority that watches TV in general. I want to hear your voices and hear your stance. And I had saw some people talking shit about the way Michols speaks Spanish, and I was just like, Dominicans speak Spanish different than Puerto Ricans and Cubans speak Spanish. And I know this because I'm in South Florida and I have friends who speak Spanish. And I obviously wasn't like, you need to shut the fuck up and not have an opinion, but I'm saying that I hear people speak Spanish slower and exactly like he's speaking Spanish. So obviously, since I'm not a native Spanish speaker, I'm not like, oh, like this is perfect Spanish, but I'm just like, I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And it was just a flippant comment, but I wasn't trying to be offensive. But I wanted to know, how is Michael's Spanish as a Dominican person?
I'm going to give you the breakdown. The first time I heard Michael speaking without knowing his background at all, first time I heard pronouncing something in Spanish, no, I said, that guy's Dominican. Boom. Period. His accent intonation is Caribbean, very Dominican. Now, he's probably lived in the US, born in the US, raised there. His native language is English, and he has learned Spanish from his family, okay? Does he speak like me, which was somebody that was born in DR, raised in DR, and learned English as a second language? No, but he does not speak Spanish badly, or you can't understand him. And if he did, we are talking about the only Dominican person slash Hispanic in Bravo. Why in the hell are you going to Kea and addressing this and making this a thing instead of saying, damn, I love when I hear Spanish on Bravo? That should be it. Why are we talking about the Hispanics not good? Girl, like that is so disappointing. First of all, his Spanish is perfect. I was super impressed the way that he was talking with the people in the church who do not speak a lick of English. I've been to that church. I've been there with like people that speak English, and I did the same as Michael translation, stuff like that. So I don't understand why you have to put down the only person that is representing us, and he's doing a magnificent job at representing us. So what is this competition? There's this thing about, oh, you're not Latino enough, which I guess you guys have the same, like you're not black enough, blah, 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 blah. People, we need to stop. That is not the topic. There's so much stuff happening right now. People are trying to divide us. The correct pronunciation of this and that. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You could be somebody that didn't learn a lick of Spanish, but your parents are immigrants, your parents are Dominican. You are 100% Dominican to me. Okay? I mean, Alex Rodriguez is Dominican. Have you heard him talk? And everybody loves to say, all the Dominicans, ay, Ale Dominicano, oh my God, que lo que.
Mhm.
O sea, please. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. And if you have a problem, come to me, because I'm the Dominicana, ¿eh? Ven y démelo de tú a tú, ¿eh? Vamos a hablar, que lo que. Yo quiero que tú me lo digas a mí, no que, ¿ok? That's it.
Period.
Period. Se acabó esa vaina. I'm getting heated. Like I like it's really annoying that this is the thing that we're bringing instead of celebrating and saying, "Wow!" Because I got super excited about it. Like Vanessa from Real Moms of Bravo just did a video. We talked about it. Super emotional. I feel represented. I feel seen. Are you gonna talk about her Spanish? Are you gonna talk about my Spanish? Like what the hell is this?
I'm because I feel like when people talk about certain things and then they say something wrong and they do the apology, they don't follow up. Like I'm very much like a mean what I say type shit. Like when I said that I was gonna support Sierra like with my money, I literally went but I don't care if it's like 5 cents. Bought whatever she recommended. I got Panera bread.
And look fabulous in it. I saw that bathing suit and that pareo, that blue pareo, beautiful. The hat
Real
worked
thing.
it.
And then I got Panera bread, and then I am going to be going to PF Chang's. Like I'm supporting it. And then also like with Michaels, he's like Afro Latino.
Latino.
So there's also a kinship with him too. And I love when he went on Watch What Happens Live and he's like, "What's up with Real Housewives of Miami?" Because the
Where
represent
we on pause?
the representation. And also shout out to Vanessa of Real Moms of Bravo because I remember feeling that way. Like, obviously, we've always had Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that was the first time I was like, wow, Black women can be wealthy and also have businesses and also like show their the real parts of themselves and deal with regular people's like problems and things like that. But it really wasn't until Summer House where I'm just like I saw myself in Sierra and then Summer House Martha's Vineyard because it's like the age
Mhm.
there. So I relate to that. And I also relate to people are questioning your blackness and like dating white men, dating whatever whoever you're attracted to. So like I just love when people feel represented and then when Crystal went to Beverly Hills, when Tiffany went to Dallas, when like all these people, Katie went to OC. I'm just like happy for the Asian community too. So it's just
Yeah,
like whenever there's
visibility.
representation, of course you can obviously have criticism, but it's also like let's cheer these people on. I'm so glad that Vanessa was able to like see herself on TV because Vanessa is a friend. I haven't had her on the podcast yet. I don't know why, but I think we should do a podcast.
Absolutely,
Needs to be on
absolutely.
Gossip Girls. She needs to be on Bravo We're Black because,
She's
like,
coming, she's coming. We talk about it. We talk about she's coming for the reunion of Southern Hospitality. I need to send that
perfect.
Google invite.
Let's get into Southern hospitality, like, in general, like, the cast trip. Did you know that they were going to the DR for the cast trip before they aired the episodes?
No, no idea. I was totally caught up surprised when Maddie started saying, "So I'm gonna go to this DJ gig, blah blah blah, on this trip," and I'm like, "Oh my god, they're like." She didn't finish. I'm like, "They're going to Punta Cana because in Punta Cana there's a lot of people like there's a lot of comedians also that are being brought up to the all inclusive hotels and a lot of DJs." So I thought, oh, kind of makes sense if that's it, and it was, and it was. I was super pumped about it.
That's so good. And then, we went to a lot of different places on like, in the DR on the trip. Like, were you what was it like? Cause you visit the DR.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been there in 2 years, but I grew up there. I would live there until I was like 26 years old.
Yeah.
And so born and raised, plátano maduro every morning. So when they landed in Punta Cana, which Punta Cana is very touristic, so it's not really like, oh, I love Punta Cana, but it's not the place that I go. You know, I go
Yeah,
see my
that's the
family.
thing. When you visit Miami, you're not going to Overtown. You're going to, like, the Brickell, like, like, the main city part,
Exactly.
the touristy part, but, it's still, like, you're in DR.
When I saw, I was like watching the episode. When I saw they landed in the Punta Cana airport, I started bawling. I can't tell you like how emotional I got. I felt like, wow, I haven't been there in 2 years. I realized how much I miss my country, how much I miss my family. It just hit me all at once. Thank God I already have my tickets booked for August. Dios mediante, it's happening. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So it was super emotional. Also, I really loved that they went to La Señora de Altagracia, like the church. It's like a very important church in DR. So when they were talking about, oh, when he said, "Oh, I want to take you to this church," I'm like, "Oh, wait, they're in Punta Cana. He's gonna go to La Ciénaga de Altagracia, and I'm like, that's like 40 minutes drive from Punta Cana, and it's a huge symbol because it's not a church built by the Spaniards. It's a church built by Dominicans. So that has a different like symbolism for us as well. It's like more ours. And La Señora de la Altagracia is like our patron virgin. She's like the protector of the whole island. And even like I'm not a religious person, but it has so much meaning. And to see the church and how important it was to Michael's, like, oh man, I was a mess. I was, grabbing the Kleenex. I was bawling. And it's so beautiful to see your country under those, eyes and like on Bravo. Like I've watched Bravo so many times and they did go to the DR. They went to the DR for Potomac for a trip and you were missing that element of having representation there, somebody that can tell you about the experience, about take you to a place like that church, it just takes it to another level. And that's why I made a post like also saying representation matters because it takes it to another level. You're seeing it through the eyes of someone that has a connection there, has their family there. It was also a healing moment for him because even though he's a very religious comes from a very religious upbringing, the whole being gay, his mother not accepting him, which can also be the struggle of a lot of Dominican people, come from a very conservative Catholic country. So to go to this church that you went to your with your grandmother that has a lot of impact in your life and to finally feel like I'm being myself and I come back to this church and I feel whole. I mean, it was just so emotional and beautiful. And thanks to Michaels for like sharing that story with us because it's not easy and I'm not sure if his mom and everything it must be a lot for a mom that's not accepting to and also Dominicans can be very like, "Oh, what are people saying about me? How are you presenting yourself? What does that say about me?" If she's a very religious person, which I get the impression that she's very conservative, you know, there's also the church aspect of it and what people are going to say and they're seeing this on social media, la 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 la. La. So, it has a lot of levels. Him still taking that step and going through it, I mean, that's cojones. Like he has balls.
Yeah, it's so beautiful to see, and I'm so glad that you obviously you recognize everything there, like from the airport to the trip to the church, and it was beautiful.
The club that they went to is a famous club over there, Cocobongo. It's, heaven and hell, whatever you want it. It's like everything all at once. It's amazing.
Like you even know where Maddie was DJing at, which is very
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I loved seeing the church scene mainly because it was like obviously he talks about his grandma and his grandma used to be there like every week. Um and then his relationship with religion, he was like, I maybe abandoned my religion, but I'm here in this church and they don't care about anything. Like I'm able to be here and be myself. And like I'm not necessarily religious, but I do believe in God and Jesus and all that. And it was just beautiful to see that he's like, I abandoned my religion because of what other people's thought. And really, I'm sitting in this church and I'm here and I feel it and I'm accepted here because of who I am. And it's also like God made you. Like God made you exactly like as you are. And obviously it takes so much bravery to go to the church, to bring your friends there, to just be who you are and be yourself and bring this on TV to open it up to even more conversations um beyond your own family, beyond your friends, beyond yourself. And just like people, I can't even imagine. I don't know if they watch the show in the DR, or even if you're just from the DR and you are are part of the Bravo fandom, like just with Vanessa, like for example, just being able to see someone go back to their homeland, be able to show them around. This is where I grew up. This is where my grandma went. This is that, and it's so important to get to know people for like their roots and to be able to have people comfortable like around you and want to show you that. And it's just so good to see. And I'm just so happy that other people are feeling like not just represented, but also exposing other people. Like maybe if you aren't Dominican, if you're just under the Latina umbrella in general and you have the same ideals or same situation in your family, it it's just interesting and it's so good to see. um Michael's also was like very like he really like put so much thought and time into this that Emmy pissed me off when she was like, you didn't bring me to the church and you brought your like closest friends there. And I'm just like, why would she think that after that conversation that they had, one, that they were good, but two, you just literally got in trouble for how you made Bradley feel and what you said about Bradley. No person of color should feel safe around you, especially so much so to take you into a holy place that their grandmother went. It's like she made it all about her, which is it's natural because that's what Emmy does. Like we've seen it, but it's just the boldness of that. It is like it's just disgusting that she would even just like bring
Think
that up.
about it.
Yeah.
To be honest, when Michael was saying it, he has a way of saying things that can be even more hurtful. Like if you could have said, "Look, these are the people that I'm feeling the most comfortable right now." Blah 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 blah, whatever. But to be honest, he doesn't have to be messing like figuring out his words to not hurt Emmy because she should be like figuring it out by herself. And second thing is, I completely understood why you wouldn't bring her. Those type of places are extremely sacred. They also, you feel like if you're a Dominican person and you're bringing a bunch of gringos with you, gringos don't have the bad reputation in DR because they come to the R to party, especially in Punta Cana. So if I'm bringing you to this church, which is something that is like super important for Dominicans, that is also something that we see more as a our thing, I haven't been there in a while, but I've never seen like a huge amount of tourists. Mostly people that are really religious go there. It's not like a Disneyland situation. So I will be like, if you're coming with me, you're an extension of who I am, and you can't embarrass me. You can't be hyperventilating, making this thing about you and embarrassing me in front of these church people. In the back of my mind, I will be thinking about that. Even when they got on the bus, I was like, Lake and Maddie, what the hell are you guys wearing? They're not gonna let you in. I immediately clocked that. I was like, guys, that's not how you dress to church. And it's not a big deal. They got the coverings and blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't bring Emmy just because I thought she was gonna do like she's so unpredictable, likes to make things about herself. What if she starts crying and acting like a freaking fool in the church? And like hyperventilating and all those things that she does and the mascara running. I will be embarrassed as a Dominican person because I'm like, "Esta gringa loca, what is she doing here?"
Yeah.
Sorry, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I don't feel like we should be worried about her feelings when we are somewhere that and on a trip that someone, uh,
Exactly.
this is about them. It's not about you. If you have a problem with that, you could literally just wait. At least wait. Wait to address it. Wait till we get back to the US, or you know what? Like, even at the dinner, just put it differently. Or even if, like, I get that Michael's, for some people, Michael's shutting them out, that is, intense for someone um, who needs someone to talk to them, but I feel like him shutting up is not as bad as him, like, screaming at them. 'Cause imagine if he just got pissed off and screamed at her and was like, "I didn't wanna fucking bring you, 'cause you act like a fool. Look at what you're doing right now."
And she should have just like understood. Like after we just made up like 5 seconds ago, it's perfectly normal that I'm not gonna bring you right away because our energy is not clear yet. Like our vibes are not well. And I'm going to a super special place. And I need the people around me to have good vibes, like energy wise. It's very important. So I'm sorry, I don't want to do like a 40-minute bus ride with you in tension and
And bring
no,
you
no.
into a holy place where I'm also not even sure about how I feel like going in there. Like, this is deeper than TV. This is deeper than, like, "Oh, you didn't bring," like, this is real. Like,
And also, she just did some microaggressions to someone. What the hell is she gonna say here? Like, what if I take you to
exactly.
some place and you say something stupid and racist? I'm sorry, I can't expose myself to that, because I'm gonna lose it. Like, if you say something like stupid and idiotic, from my country, my people, or whatever. Because we're not in the all inclusive here. We're gonna go 40 minutes. We're
Right.
gonna go to towns. We're gonna see things. We're gonna get a metoconcho. We're gonna like roads that are not like hotel. Blah blah blah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any stupid comments. Okay,
Right.
saying that people are eating burritos in the Caribbean. No,
Whatever she thinks, and it's just like, "Girl, you're lucky that you even got invited on this damn trip." Like, the only reason you got invited on this damn trip
production.
is because of production, because you have been showing your ass, like the whitest part of your ass, girl. And then, Lake is just like, I try to give Lake the benefit of the doubt because both of these people, both Michaels and Lake, I think they're the youngest in the cast. Like, they're both like, I think
So
23,
young.
24.
So young.
They're so young, but even Lake is just like, okay, like, let me chill, like, let me chill and all this stuff. But it's just it's too much. It's too much. But I was wondering, like, if you were gonna take all of us in the Bravo content creator space to the DR, like, where will we be going? Where will we be staying? And what will our excursion be?
Okay. Okay. So first of all, we land in Punta Cana. Okay, we'll do that. And we can spend a night in one of these all inclusives the first night because it's a long trip and we want to feel fresh and we don't want to travel a lot. Okay, do that. We go to Cocobongo, have a good time, party out, blah, 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 blah. Then we can have a luxury moment and go to La Romana, which is not that far away. It's like 30 minutes maybe from, or maybe a little bit more, maybe an hour from Punta Cana to La Romana. And there's this place where Potomac went, which is Casa de Campo. It's one of the most luxurious compounds in the Caribbean, like Beyoncé stays there, Hillary Clinton, Shakira. I don't understand why Potomac went to the dingiest house in all of Casa de Campo because these people have amazing houses. Like Oscar de la Renta has like beautiful properties. So I can hook you up there and we can have a time. We're going to take a yacht. We're going to go to Palmilla where people have like, you're just chilling on boats. People are hanging out, blasting music, having some bottle, da, 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 da. But then I'm going to take you to the locals and we're going to go to La Playa La Romana. I don't remember the name right now, but it's great. We're gonna have some pescado frito, like fried fish. We're gonna do La Laguna Azul, which is like a cenote, and that's like just beautiful, beautiful vibes there. And then we go to Santo Domingo, which is the capital, not too far away. We go to the colonial zone, have dinner over there. You can see where the Spaniards built the city. You have the first church in the whole American continent, the first brothel, the first hospital, the first church, the first bar, everything. The first is there because the Spaniards landed and settled in Dominican Republic. So there's so much history there and it's so much fun, great nightlife. And I would say then we go up to the north of the country, which is Terrenas, and we do the whole north beach, like a coastline, which is amazing. So you go to Terrenas, Samana, beautiful. Um, what is this place? Oh my God, Rio San Juan that has the most incredible beaches. Michael Jordan has a house there, which is super random because this is not like a major touristic area, but he has a house there because he likes golf. I don't know. He's there.
Oh,
And we do, there's so many great, beautiful Cabrera, Puerto Plata, all of that. And we eat amazing food there. We do zip lining. We go into the jungle. I mean, the best thing about DR is that you can get the Caribbean beach, which is like the white sand and all of these beautiful blue waters, turquoise, etc. And then you go up to the north and it's the same, but there's like mountains and like jungle vibes everywhere and so much like greenery. So you get so many different landscapes. We have to eat mofongo, sancocho, which are all plantain based. So mofongo has like pork belly inside and it's just like a fried plantain, delicious. Mango, which is mashed plantains for breakfast with fried egg, fried salami, fried cheese, avocado, and like pickled onions is the bomb. Tres golpe, which I'm like, Michaels, why didn't you show lo tres golpe as breakfast? These people need this, and that's kind of the main
that
spots that we need to
that's enough.
hit.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream vacation, but they also, like, th they did what they did for Bravo, and I'm just
I mean,
glad.
they have production schedule. You can't be moving around. I was impressed that he did the church, which was already something you would never see. Like
Yeah,
when Teresa Giudice went to Dominican Republic, you didn't see none of that. It was
no.
like a really old season with like old Jersey, and you didn't see anything. It could have been anywhere. It could have been Cancun. It could have been Puerto Vallarta. It could have been like you don't get a sense of the country. So I'm glad that Michael's at least brought something different. And I don't hold it to him that he didn't show all the stuff that is there because there's also production. Like that dinner in the sky, that's a gringo thing. Like we we don't do.
I was gonna ask you about that. I'm like, have you ever been there?
No,
Like,
mama, no,
I'm
no, no.
scared. That's the one
I am scared of heights.
not do that.
I'm not. No.
Like, even with zip lining, I'm like, okay, I feel like I could get over it because I've seen it done so many times. But that dinner in the sky, just looking down and also having to be strapped in, and also how you have to eat, I'm like, I would
Consider an
be
enjoyable meal.
respectful, but I would just be scared the whole time.
And also, Dominicans love to dance, eat,
Oh
sit
yeah.
down. We need to be moving. We need to be circulating. We love a buffet because that gives us our freedom. We don't like to be strapped down. We like to have like most of the times dinner will be set and people will be on the dance floor and then you come and get your meal and then you eat whenever you go. Like
Yeah.
we don't have sit down dinners with like toast and all of this thing. No, 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 no. We have a buffet and people are on the dance floor and that's it. And also I was expecting like a little bit more rum on the trip because we have great rum. Like they could have taken them to a rum tasting, et cetera, and that would have been super cool. Or like a cacao because we have great chocolate. So a lot of the chocolate in the world comes from Dominican Republic.
I gotta go to the DR one day. I gotta get over my fear of leaving America. Well, I think once we get this man out of office, I have to travel.
Just let me know and I will hook you up, girl.
Because I'm in
Hook you up.
Florida. I'm in Florida, and then I'm, like, surrounded by all
Dominicans.
Indian people. So, it's just like
You're already hook up.
that's why it's
Got
just
the
like
hookup.
yeah, like, I had Sancocho the other day actually on Uber Eats
Oh my god, you got sancocho?
I'm in South Florida because you don't it's close to Miami, so it's like, we're not
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
like, every
absolutely.
you
I
open
only speak Spanish when I'm over there.
the It's so great. But yeah, I'm so glad to talk to you about that. I wanted to talk to you about that. The last thing about Southern hospitality specifically, is just his relationship with his mom, who he's been trying to kind of like, he wanted to get her on FaceTime while he was doing like the modeling thing. And I was trying to give her like the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe she didn't really want to be on camera, but then it just sounds like they're not really, like, connecting as much as he expected them to, and maybe it's like, "Okay, when you're not filming, we can talk about that and, like, get into that and be closer, but when you are filming, maybe she doesn't wanna come off, like, a certain way," especially as the show gets bigger, and I just hate that it's sad to see that is what the reality is, but I'm trying to give her time and grace and space because this is all new, because I'm trying to see how my mom react, or would she want to be on camera, would she want to talk about this, is it because of his sexuality still, like what really is, because I thought that when he was saying on the off season they got so close, and then now it just seems like she's not really trying to she's kind of dodging him. I just hope
Mm-mm.
that with that relationship, it's just so complicated and complex, and it makes me feel like so bad because he just wants to make her proud as a son would want to do his mother. So I just want their relationship to be better.
Look, first mistake, Michaels. I love you, but and I've said this before. You cannot call your Dominican mom and be like, "Hey, surprise FaceTime. There's a camera here." You didn't give her a heads up. She didn't go to the salon. She didn't get her nails done. And you're bombarding this woman like this. Like, even my mom, who's super proud of me and like supportive of everything, I call her right now and I'm like, "You're going to be on TV." She would be
Nope.
like, "Shut the fuck up. Get the hell out of here. Mira, muchacha el diablo. ¿Estás viendo loca?"
Like,
No.
I'm not getting on camera
I'm like, I need
just like
to
that.
like, no, 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 no. I need to figure out, they will do like a lighting situation. She needs to figure her thing out. And then on top of that, it's all the stuff you said about she's getting to accept him. They're working on their relationship. Maybe she's become more accepting of him, but is she ready to publicly announce all of that?
Right.
You know? So let's take it step by step. Michael is very young.
Mm,
He's going through something in the public eye. He also has recently come out and has also recently become famous. So
mhm.
it's a lot of stuff happening at once. And of course, you want your mom to be proud of you. Like, look at all I'm doing. Like, I'm here. I'm doing magazine covers. I'm on a like in network show, like well, cable show, but but it's huge. It's huge. So you want your mom to be proud, but I think, we have to manage our expectations. But I get for him, like, why are you being so supportive to me with me? And then when we're on camera, you don't want to do it. But then you have to think about this is not a regular mom by the situation that we're having. And then also you gotta give a girls some heads up, We there's no way my mom will ever accept just me like a call when there's a camera and she's not ready,
I can't even
her
FaceTime
close up.
my mom, like, not recording. Then she'll be like, "What are you FaceTiming me for? I can hear you. What's going like, what's going on?" Like, it would have to be, like, scheduled, and she would have to know. So, that's why I was like, the first time, I'm like that was even me. I'm like, "Don't just be like that." Like, on camera what? Hold on, like, this is gonna be everywhere. So, I hope that that is the case, and I hope that their relationship gets better, and I hope that she comes around, and I'm
I
praying
really
for them,
hope so,
right?
and I think she will at the end of the day, she should be and will be very proud of him because what he's doing is incredible.
Yes.
And I really hope she sees that, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see.
I'm so proud of him too. So
So
it's
proud
just
of him.
so exciting to see all all these things, like all these first time things like happen. Dominican, gay, like a man,
Afro Latino, you
Afro,
know, it's a
exactly.
big deal.
So much going on, and he is a lot of people's like wildest dreams. So I just hope that he knows that he is loved by honestly like so many people. He doesn't even know how many people he's affecting with just his story. So he's so brave for that. And that is Southern hospitality. Obviously, before I let you go, I need to know your thoughts on a few things about Summer House. Like as usual. Like, oh my
Point of
god.
contention.
Just what do you think? Like, okay, one, do you think West and Amanda are still together?
Barely, barely. I saw what Ira the Third posted on Threads, and he said that Amanda showed up to a birthday party, invited, not like Dumois said that crashed out. Like, no, she was invited, and she said that she was gonna meet West's parents soon. But I think they're holding on by a thread. They are just waiting for this reunion. Like they're keeping it together for public appearance. This house of cards will crumble soon. Mark my words. Mark
Okay.
my
Two, what do you think is literally like the most like out of all the things that we've been hearing since we last talked on your podcast, like what is the most like shocking thing? Like even if it's something like little or small, because like there's been so many like different interviews, KJ put his perspective in, Jesse Solomon put his perspective in, Mia has entered the chat, like everyone entered the chat, and then it's just so many things have happened like since then. What has been something that you can't get over that it might not even be a huge thing?
I think when the audios got leaked and we heard Amanda saying that she wouldn't do that to Katie, whatever her name is, because that was a childhood friend,
Oh,
I was like, oh, you damage. You
yeah,
are damaged.
yeah.
That means that like your other friends don't mean anything. Also, Wha like, that to me was like, "Wow, you are really fucked up," because you don't consider this person, so you never consider Sierra as a true friend. You're showing the mask is coming off right now. Like, what do you mean that only your white friend from childhood is your true friend? Because all these new people you made, oh, this is just reality TV people.
Right.
So that really, like, shocked me. I was like and to even say that, like, girl, you might think that, but don't say that.
It
That's
was
just
the bass in her voice for me. Like this is,
her.
and it was that
She was
whole
like a gallito. We say gallito like a little, like a rooster. Like, oh, I'm coming out here, with
yep.
my full chest out. I'm like, Mama, what?
And everyone was talking about her mental health, and I'm like, this is not someone whose mental health
No,
that
she ain't
right.
struggling with nothing. The only struggle she has is,
Literally has so
you
much space. Like she did something to you, bro. She didn't do shit to you. She asked you. The whole thing is that literally, if y'all would have stopped fucking lying, it wouldn't have even blown up to this.
no, no, no. She could have come to Sierra and say, hey, this is what's happening. Really sorry, woman to woman. Sierra is so much a bigger person than me.
Yeah.
And she would have handled it gracefully and would have been like, hey, if you want to fuck up your life, go ahead and do it. No problem with me. But she didn't even have the decency of that. So that coming out was crazy. The last Jen Fessler thing was like, Jen Fessler, shh, shh, mama, calladita te ves más bonita. Quiet, you look prettier, okay? Like, please.
Embarrassing. Girl, you are
Yeah.
7 and 50 years old talking about like, oh, and then your husband took the picture. Bitch, that actually made it worse because it's weirder. And then you had all these little Wes Wilson like fucking captions and like all these little different things.
Easter eggs, that caption on the 27th anniversary, that was
Weird.
insane. Why am I mentioning Wes and Amanda on my post to commemorate my 27-year anniversary? And also, you know that she and him stepped out of the marriage. So this is not new to them.
Right.
So weird,
And you have
weird.
kids, bro. Like that's what I would be thinking about my kids who are on social media. Like, okay, I already fucked up and I said my pick me thing. Cool. But for you to go on and I love your fucking thread, I reposted that shit as soon as I saw it. When you're like, you know you're desperate when you're on fucking two T's. Like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? If you did not fuck that man, stop playing around and simply say it. Don't threaten to sue people. Don't. And my husband's a lawyer. Oh, he's like this and still defending him and all this shit. And I don't believe he said that. What is the truth? What is the truth? Because
The
he
fact that she doesn't want people to talk about this and you go to two teeth, no, I'm sorry. That is, it just doesn't compute. Like, that doesn't make any sense. The math is not mathing. You love the cloud, you love attention, and you are even willing to put your marriage on the line for this, because I would have been like, oh shit. First of all, the way that she described the whole situation, like, he's just about being, he didn't mean it. Like, this is why we are in this world right now for
yep.
people justifying men's horrible action and saying he didn't mean it. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut it. And also, Marge was right next to her, and Marge was like, nope, he's Timo, Benson Booms. Like, no, 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 whatever it is. Like, so I'm like, get a hint from someone that's more PR savvy than you. There's an actual housewife who's very tuned in what's happening. Marge always knows what's up. Sometimes she says stupid shit, but like she knows. So you're like, get a hint of where the vibes are going and like align yourself. Just even if you don't believe it, I just don't understand the stupidity of it. Like a coming out to defend Wes Wilson like that. Like that,
For what?
come on now. It's crazy.
It was too much. It was too much. Yeah.
And threatening to sue. Threatening to sue?
And then not
Come
going
on.
through with it. Like, don't that
Exactly.
fuck me out.
Like, if you're gonna say, "I'm gonna sue you," first of all, if you're married to a lawyer, you are not paying attention because to prove libel is one of the hardest things to do.
Mm.
Like Johnny Depp, Amanda Heard, like it's very complicated. Like there's history about how hard it is to win a libel suit for different type of reasons.
You also have to think why Sierra would say that out of all things. Because if she's gonna clap back, she could have said, "Oh, fuck this bitch," or like anything else. But to
And she doesn't roll like that.
they hooked up, like that is so random. That's not something, you know what I mean? Like that's not something someone would just pull out of
That
their ass. It had to be said, it had to be hinted at. And who else would do it other than Wes?
Sierra doesn't just go out here and be posting 24/7. She ain't me. She got things to do. She got things to do. And she's very intentional on what she talks about. Through all of this, she has remained extremely quiet.
Yep.
Extremely quiet, extremely glamorous and chic as fuck by the way she's handled this. And she clapped back at this because the level of disrespect was too much. And she had something on ya. And she had something on ya.
Yeah.
Sh I mean, and Lindsay coming on, what is it? And the Page Six podcast, and
Mhm.
she's saying like, "Guys, the proof is in the pudding. We know West. He'll fuck anything.
Yep.
He loves a cloud chaser,
Yep.
and like we know when we're talking about stuff, this is on the group chat. Like nobody here is surprised. So Lindsay corroborated it for me. She was like, "Boom, it's true." And after that, Jen Fessler just kept it quiet. Jen
Yeah.
Fessler's like,
Benita
"Oop."
came out
Mm,
and
mm,
Benita came out and said something like
work on your marriage, girl.
it's humiliating, and you should have left it at you fucked the dude from Sopranos because that was just much cooler. Like that's
And
way
still the way she handled it, that the way she bragged about that was even like lame at some
yeah,
point. And I liked Jen Fessler at a moment in my life. And
yeah,
the wet situation is like, girl, like you went from I fucked James Gandolfini to I fucked West. Like this is sad. As a
humility.
Especially because all the clips that have come out
Yeah,
about him talking about, "Ooh, yeah, I did that when I was, probably super wasted." And like his face was not saying I enjoyed that. So that also corroborated the
it
whole
was
thing.
like just like Jesse Solomon fucked Erica Jane allegedly, and I'm like, that's why. I'm like, yeah. I could absolutely see that because if
Lindsay also said that's true. Yeah, we heard that of the group chat. Yeah, unless these people are making these things up, West and Jesse, which I do not think they're making this up, then there you go.
and even if they made it up, it's like you should be mad with him, not her. Why where do you think she got that from? No girl just does that. So
Yeah, and also so stupid. Like you could have, if you were really like, "Hey, Sierra, damn, you're putting me on the spot, girl. You know, blah 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 blah." You could have handled it so
oh,
much
you tried to be
nicer.
cute and you posted
Yeah,
stories and you and Wes were both trying to be cute. And then he apologized to your whole family on Mother's Day. Why is he apologizing to your whole family? Like you just made everything 10 times worse. And it's just so easy sometimes to shut the fuck up. Simple.
also, how many apologies do you think West has been doing? Like, does he have it on copy paste by now? Is it like ChatGPT rolling? Like, how many? He's apologized to half the population right now at this point.
Right. And I'm waiting for mine because I got a lot to say.
He hasn't texted you. He hasn't addressed you.
He has got his black friend card revoked, and that's the worst part of that. You know he has to start literally dressing like his daddy again. Like
J. Crew accountant.
literally.
That's who he is.
Literally, you're a fucking loser. Stop dressing like ASAP Rocky 10 years ago. Um, so the last thing, obviously, what are you like? Are you going to be watching Love Island, like USA? Or like is that too much of a commitment? Because that could
That's too much. I'm scared of Love Island. It's
yeah.
too much. It's like every day. Oh my Jesus! I have a baby. I'm already like,
5 out of 7 days a week. It's a lot. But then when it builds up, it's like really good build up to like if you just watch it twice a week instead of like watching it every time it comes on.
oh yeah, just like binge watch
Yeah.
it. What I recommend for people that do all the time, I just listen to you guys talking about it. When something was popping, I was like, what's Raven saying? What's Kay saying? And that's what I did last time. And like they had a Dominican, they had a Maya, papaya. So I'm like, I want to root for my girl. Also, so
Winner.
some and I was like, gorgeous, but she's not the brightest sometimes. I'm like, Amaya, what?
Music now. Like I can't wait until
She's doing music? Okay, I'm tuning in. She's tuning in.
exactly period. Like I don't care. Like she's so sweet. Like I don't it's
Maybe I had a friend of mine who's like, oh, she's not the brightest out there. And I'm like, maybe I should just get to know her more because maybe I'm just taking secondhand comments of somebody who's probably a hater.
it's just like and it's also what do you expect from like we're these are Love Island people, you know?
That's what I felt. I'm like, I haven't seen any great luminaries coming out of this TV show.
Thank you. Like it's a fun show. We get to know these people over a few months. We actually don't know them outside of the house. They could actually be horrible, terrible people, but like we just have to know them for who they are inside the house. Like it's just I just hope that they do better on the casting.
The screening of the people.
Exactly. It very
Yeah.
easily you just have to scan their social media at the very least. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
They
Okay.
keep messing that up constantly. I just hope they figure it out this time.
Where can we like let the people know where can we find you? Also, if you have anything special planned, any guests coming up that we should be looking out for, and all that good stuff.
So my podcast is Glossip Girls, like in glow, Glossip Girls podcast. And we do Spanish episodes, but we've been doing a lot of English episodes covering Summer House. I just did one with Anaya Richards. She's a content creator in Italy. Very fab that loves Summer House. And I'm gonna release some Summer House episodes with like different content creators, like Marjorie, that's from Atlanta, that's Dominican as well. And I'm gonna have the people from Real Moms of Bravo, Bravo Breakdown coming over. Maybe Michael's. Let's see, Michael, I'm here. I'll
Michael,
hit you up
absolutely.
and all of that. So we do have English episodes. And if you go now, I'm going to have an English episode pinned on Spotify and Apple. So that way you can find it easily in case you want to listen in English. But we also have Spanish if you want to practice your Espanol.
Yes, absolutely. Practice your Spanish, and also I know that I have a a good amount of Spanish speaking people that listen to
Oh
this.
no, we had like a bunch of people that started following us, and it was like, "Hi, I'm in Miami. I'm Latina." Like it was so cool the amount of love we got from you coming over to the pod. So thank you again so much. You're la madrina. You're the godmother of the pod. So
I love that title. Like it makes me feel so cool. I love
you are.
you so much, and you have to come back soon as expected. Especially after this whole summer house stuff is over. I'm gonna be going into Love Island, which is crazy. I'm excited. I can't wait to meet the people.
You guys are gonna be doing After Sun, no? You and
Yeah.
Raven,
Yes, you and Raven, we're gonna be doing Black After Sun, but I'm also gonna be like covering the show
of
with some
course.
people, so that should be fun too. And I just appreciate you literally last minute. I asked you literally yesterday to come on.
I'm always on. I'm always
And I'm
like,
like,
I don't have a live. Like, I'm not going out. I'm
I
just
literally
taking care of my
call
kid.
you on Instagram. I never call anyone. I hate when people call me on Instagram. I don't answer. It scares me. But like I was like, I don't know how to get in contact with someone in Paris. So I called you on
How do I reach her? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to give you my number. Like I'm like emailing you all the
email is
time.
not fast enough, but let me
No, no,
know
no.
right
We
now.
need direct contact. Oh, we forgot to mention that we also nickname Amanda as Pata Sucia on our podcast, and that is dirty, dirty feet.
But ass bitch, and you see it. You see it every week. She is a pata sucia. Okay?
Nasty.
Criticize my Spanish all day, but
But
don't.
actually, your Pata Sucia pronunciation is
'Cause
excellent,
you
to be
know what?
honest.
I've been calling girls pata sucia since literally middle school because I had literally Colombian friends, and we would talk about these white girls that would walk around the fucking school without shoes.
Barefoot. Wow, that's
And we
brave.
call them foot draggers, and then they would call them patasucias, and I'm like, "Exactly." Like, exactly. Like, cause our mom
I don't like to be barefoot in my own home.
barely. Like, crusty, dusty, musty feet, please. Please.
No,
The
no,
foot
no.
drop foot emojis. That is the Amanda emoji. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna literally link her stuff below. Follow, hype, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, love you guys.
Ciao. So good.